Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, we're talking about more assets. That's right, that gold, the silver, the precious metals. Oh my! Yes, that's right. We got to talk about it. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. Tifosi Optics. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. And as you can see, we're on the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page. And I want to thank you for being here once again. And please help other people and share the videos. It helps out greatly. And I always have to point out, we have a join button over here on the right hand side. This is for members who want to join and support the channel. And I give special messages under the community tab, like today on some stocks that I bought, more assets. And I do 1 or 2 videos per month. Now, without further ado, let's get on with it. Because first, we got to talk about the other assets: gold, silver, precious metals. And why do we have to talk about those? Because there's a thing called inflation. And when there's precious metals, such as the physical gold and silver, they rise according to inflation. There has been manipulation, ladies and gentlemen. So I just want to show you what that is first, because you have to understand what is going on if you're going to invest in more assets. So this is why people say you should have physical gold, silver, platinum, palladium, rhodium, copper, all these different little precious metals. But first, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Increasing the money supply faster than the growth in real output will cause inflation. The reason is that there is more money chasing the same number of goods. Therefore, the increase in monetary demand causes firms to put up prices. In other words, increase prices. So it costs more. Now you put more money in the supply line, and now we have way more money than demand. So that causes inflation, ladies and gentlemen. That is how it used to be calculated. And in fact, let me show you something here. CPI, okay? Consumer Price Index. This is what we use right now. The government uses for inflation, all right? And again, calculated as the increase in the cost of a constant quantity and quality of beef or a fixed basket of goods. The inflation rate is 10%. Okay? Now, what you do not know is prior to this new CPI formula in the 70s, 60s, 50s, and before, it was called COG as in George I, Cost of Goods Index. All right? That's what we used to call it. And here, I got another page for you. Here we go. Some critics view methodological changes and the switch from a cost of goods index, COGI, to a cost of living index, COLI, as purposeful manipulation that allows the U.S. government to report a lower CPI. Now, when you guys wake up and some clowns be telling me, Eric, inflation is only 2 or 3%, and I'm going, excuse me, the government just gave a $2 trillion tax cut. That's more money in the money supply, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute. Didn't we just have to give $600 a week for stimulus money when they gave everybody $1,200? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. More money. That means there should be inflation, ladies and gentlemen. So, what do? We buy precious metals, gold, silver, precious metals, and all you know, I recommend you have a 5% holding or less on physical gold and silver. Friends of ours, like Yankee Stacking, he wants to be at 15%. But, again, I like to be liquid. When I have a brick of gold and silver or any other precious metal, I need to sell it. That means I got to put it in a bag, and I got to take it out and go sell it to the highest bidder. Okay? So anyhow, I'm going to talk about some ways that we can make it liquid, and there's also a reason why you should have a few precious metals on you, hidden somewhere. Now, as all of you know, good news happened. The A team is here. We have the Democrats. They're going to be running the House and the Senate, which means Schumer got up today and said one of our first priorities is $2,000 stimulus checks, on top of the checks, the $600 checks that have already hit some people's accounts. Well, guess what? That means the 900 billion, printing up more money, and that just means in the future there's going to be more money printed up. Didn't I do a crypto asset video a few days ago? You guys might want to check that out. I believe it was up to $35,000 today, and it has something to do with all this inflationary situation as well. So today, the other asset, gold, silver, precious metals, let's get into it. Now you know the reason why you should have some. Right here, SD Bullion, and you know I mess with AppMex as well. You can go here and see the prices, and you have to pay a little bit extra. Unfortunately, when you buy something, they add it on because this is how they make a little bit of extra money themselves. So instead of it costing me for silver $27.33, it's going to probably cost me like $30 after they add on their little pricing, how they do it. And since we're on the screen, why don't I just go and find out? So if I wanted some bars, let's see what they're charging over here so you guys can actually see for yourself how this goes down. So a 1 ounce silver bar from SD Bullion. Let's see what they're going to charge. Here we go. $30 if I order 1 through 19. If I order 20 through 99 ounces, then it's $29.80. But for all intents and purposes, I knew it was going to be $30. Now, if you order over $100, they ship for free. AppMex does it. SD Bullion does it. JD Bullion does it. Almost everybody does it. But the point I'm trying to make is we would have to spend $30 pretty much, no matter how many ounces we buy. Even if we bought 1,500, it's $29.26. That's a lot of ounces. So you should have a little bit of this. You should have a little bit of gold. You should have a little bit of platinum, a little palladium, all of that. Pick out what you want. And again, I would recommend these smaller quantities. You don't have to get larger quantities. You don't have to get like a pound, a bar, 16-ounce pound. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that with gold. You don't have to buy 1 ounce of gold, which is $1,929 right now. You could buy 1/4 of an ounce if you wanted to. But the idea, hopefully you understand, is that you should have some of these precious metals in your portfolio that you actually have that you can touch. All right? Because if SHTF hits the fan, then you have something you can touch in case your bank account is frozen. You understand what I'm saying? All right? In case your banking is interrupted, you still have this all in hand, and now you have a way to make sure that you make a little bit of extra cash. You can sell some of it and do what you need to do. Now, without further ado on that, you guys know how I feel. I like liquid. But again, this is in case there's a banking problem. Okay? Because now, if there's a banking problem, even though I like the paperweight, such as the PLG, the Platinum Group Metals Limited, even though I like these guys, if I have this in my brokerage account and I can't download it to my bank, and if you don't have a card to your brokerage account, meaning a debit card, and even if you do have a debit card and you can't use your card, you're screwed. Now your money's locked up. All right? Now, just so you know, some of us who have Robinhood, a lot of us, you have a debit card. All right? So, another one of those little advantages about Robinhood and Webull. So, Robinhood and Webull, links down below, ladies and gentlemen. I've been saying this for the last year. Please download the apps. Please get your free shares of stock. And you can invest even $5 just to get in the game. That helps. Even if you can do $600 that you're going to take your stimulus money and throw it all at the stock market, because the stock market is white hot. It's booming, and it's going to be booming for the next at least 6 months to a year. Why? Stimulus money. Oh, not only that, PPP money. Not only that, EIDL money. You can't believe that they're going to leave out the top 1%ers. There will be some sort of special deal for them too with regard to money. So they're going to reinvest their money. Shouldn't you be investing your money as well? That free money you're about to get? Put it down, ladies and gentlemen. Do something that's going to invest for your future. Now, here's the gold. G as in George, OLD. These are all ETFs, meaning you can be on Robinhood, Webull, E-Trade like I showed. In fact, I'll leave a E-Trade down below because that's an actual brokerage too online. Free commissions. You can do over-the-counter picks at E-Trade. Unfortunately, though, it costs. They're going to charge you like $4.95 per trade when you do over-the-counter stocks. So anyhow, gold, Barrick Gold, once again, produces gold and copper. And again, you can see what's going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen. Look, it's been going down. But look, over the course of time, over the course of a year, it's still up 31%. So again, it's good. And the thing about this is an ETF, it's a stock, you get 0.66%. At least you get a dividend check. Instead of, unlike if you have the physical, you get no dividend checks. All you get is the upside. All right? So here's a way that you can use stocks instead of doing the physical. But once again, you should at least have 5%, 3% of precious metals in your hand. Let's go with the next one. S as in Sam, I, V as in Victor, R. For you and everybody on podcast. This is another one. There's no dividends, but you can see year over year, look what's happened because inflation has been kicking in 48%. Once again, you're winning. These are assets, so you're winning. Okay? You can see what happens year over year. You might not see it right now, but the more money they print, the same playbook is going to happen this year. All right? They already put it in stone. So now's the time to get it while it's cheap. As you can see, it's been coming down. So you should be getting it. But again, we go to B as in boy, T as in Tom, G as in George. Look here, over year, same kind of thing, ladies and gentlemen. 47% increase in price. And if you'd have got it in March and April like we were talking about, you'd even have a higher increase than that because it was down to $3, $4, somewhere in there. And you could have been doing real good. We were talking about it way back then. You'd be at 66% increase. So, but look what's going to happen. It's going to increase over year because they're printing more money. So there's B as in boy, T as in Tom, G as in George. Here goes another one. These guys give dividends. AUY, Yamana Gold. They're in Canada. But again, gold, silver, copper mines. They're pulling it out of the ground. So as the price increases, the value of this ETF will increase as well. And here we go again. Look at the year over year. So once again, 56% increase. And they kick in dividends at 1.76%. Again, dividends I like. This is why you guys have, well, members of the channel know that I bought AUY. Friday Night Live people know I bought AUY. And all these ones that I have mentioned thus far. All right? And they know I purchased this right here, one of my favorites, DRD. D as in David, R. D as in David, the reason why, South African gold producer. You can see it over here on the right-hand side. Their dividend is 5%, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, every 3 months we get a check from these guys as well. And you can see year over year, it's just like everybody else. Not only that, this one right here, 119% on your money. It has doubled, ladies and gentlemen. And longtime members of the channel know we've been talking about DRD for over a year. So there's no reason why you should not be ahead because it's available and they kick 5% dividends. And you can only imagine back in the day when we first started talking about DRD, it was 9 or I think it was 9% dividend on our money. So everybody who invested back in the day a year ago, we're getting like 9.3% on our money, somewhere around there it was. And now look, we're still getting 5% even on the new buy. So now I'm dollar cost averaging up because I'm buying at the higher price, but now I have more of DRD gold. That's the way it works. All right. So I'm going to end this, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to give you an idea that you can use the stock market as well. And here's some of the names that you might want to invest in. And so here we go with G as in George, L, D as in David, M as in Mary, $19 a share right now. But you can see year over year, let's see, it should be around 40% as well. But it doesn't look that way. 23% for GLDM. That was never on one of our watch lists, nor have we ever talked about it. But I just wanted to give you an idea that there are plenty of ETFs out there. But I gave you the ones that we and I have been talking about investing in and have invested in are the first ones that I discuss. So those are the ones that I recommend if there's such a thing. But I'm not a financial advisor. I don't even do anything. I don't work for a gold company or a silver company or a copper company, but hell, we making money, ladies and gentlemen, and you better get in on the white hot assets, all of them, like yesterday. That's why I'm running these asset videos. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. That's why some of you, when you get this little bit of money, the $600, and when you get this $2,000, this found money, hopefully you invest. And then you do it for the long haul. This is not something that you look at and go, well, I invested $600. Let me see if I made $2,000 next month. That's not how it works, ladies and gentlemen. It's a set it and forget it type of thing. You buy it and know why you're buying it, and then you say, I'll revisit this a year from now. I'll revisit this, 6 months from now. I'll revisit this 3 years from now. Because just like the crypto, everybody was looking at crypto for the last 2 years. After it went to 20, down to 9, down to 3, everybody sat there and said, no, no, no. Now all of a sudden, in the last month, all those people who would have been investing in crypto for the last 2 years, all of a sudden, it's at $30-some thousand, and people have 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times their money in a month. Now is the time you might have a decision to make. Are you going to sell now at this number, or are you going to hold it and maybe it goes to 50? Who knows? But all I'm saying is more and more people are coming into it. It's a supply and demand situation. The more there's demand, the higher the price will go. And the same thing's going to work with gold and silver, precious metals, because it's going to go down because they're printing money. So hopefully you understand what I was talking about in this video. And keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.